Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this Friday morning. It's a little, wait 5 minutes, the weather will change. It's a little snowy today here in Pagosa. Not a bad thing. We'll get that snow up in the mountains. Let's hope that we don't get it so much down here that it delays any of our construction, which is why we're here today to give you a quick update on what is going on in our construction zone for the upcoming week and some other projects that may be happening, as well as, of course, I'm not sure really this week it's the rumor of the week, but it's certainly the reminder of the week. But we have with us again this week Adair Christensen, who is with CDOT and has been with us every Friday for our Friday updates. Thank you again, Adair, for joining us today.
Yes, thanks for having me. And yes, that weather is kind of like a crazy ex-girlfriend or boyfriend. It's changing constantly. One minute it's snowing, the next minute the
Absolutely.
sun is out. And this
Well,
week
we have
on,
seen, I'm sorry, go ahead.
oh, you're okay. I was just gonna say weather this week we did have to delay operations a little bit earlier on this week for lightning. So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully today it won't be too bad. Adair, we started last week with we've got some utility work going on. Can you give us the update of what that is looking like and what are we looking at for this next week? I'm seeing a lot of backhoes and front loaders and whatever out there. So I know I just saw a CDOT Facebook post, so for those who haven't signed up for the CDOT updates, can you let us know what's going on utility wise?
Yes. So this week again, there's a lot of heavy equipment out there tearing out the sub layer of road. So we already removed the asphalt from the construction zone. Now we're digging even deeper. They're continuing to take away dirt and layers of road to get down to those utility lines. That happened this week. It will continue next week. But next week, we're hoping to actually trench into those utility lines and take a look at what we have to work with. CDOT and Paws are working together to do the water line repairs, not repairs, but actually a full replacement. So that's our big utility work that what may even be starting next week. What that means for folks downtown is with water service line replacements, there could be some service interruptions. Pause will work hard to let their clients and customers know when those interruptions can be expected and to plan
Okay.
for them. We're trying to do a lot of the utility work at night, so that if a disruption happens, hopefully you'll be sleeping and not notice. But
Okay.
again, not all of it's going to be done at night. We're going to try our best to let people know ahead. If there is an unplanned disruption or something happens on the job, Pause will let their clients know, and CDOT will also help to get the word out on our Facebook page and our email subscriptions. If you haven't subscribed to that, it's a great thing to do. Not only are you getting those weekly updates, but if an emergency happens, we'll shoot an email out to that group. So you'll be the first to know if you subscribe to our newsletter emails for this
Okay.
construction project.
Great. Okay. So
Yeah.
water seems to be the big one next week. And so businesses heads up for that. We also have another really important meeting next week, and that is the next Cone Zone meeting on Monday. We know it's the day after Easter, but we're all back to work. But the Cone Zone meeting, April 21st, we will be at the community center starting at 6 o'clock. So we will be doing CDOT updates, Q&A, but then we will really get into some nitty gritty, which we know the community businesses are interested in. And one of those big ones, which we've been talking about every week, is signage. So we are working on the signage that is moving forward. And we do have an update for you about crosswalk signage and business access signage and parking signage and all that stuff. So we will be there to give our business community that update, as well as We will have hopefully some information on the grantor loan programs. We have had some questions about that and what the status of that program is, as well as we have results from our business brainstorming sessions, and we have some really clever ideas that came out from that. And so but we need the buy-in of the business community. So we hope to see everybody there. It is, again, Monday evening, 6 o'clock at the community center. Um, Adair, we've really also been focusing on safety. And, certainly the barricades have come up, but we still have people hop in the barricades. And can you touch on that again this week?
Yeah, and I'd love to touch on it this week because, well, next week is National Work Zone Awareness Week, which is bringing up a big focus on safety surrounding work zones. A lot of accidents happen with vehicles in work zones or just construction crews versus equipment. And a lot of it has to do with being very diligent, making sure you're being diligent when you're walking through work zones or driving through work zones, slowing down and really taking the time to look at your surroundings. So if you're walking downtown, if you're driving downtown, please drive the posted speed limit, slow down, and pay attention to those flaggers and watch out for workers as well as pedestrians. I want to give a big shout out to our construction team and our communications team on this project. Every week on Tuesday, they hold a safety meeting that just solely focuses on the safety surrounding this project. They're looking at safety for tourists walking downtown. They're looking at safety of their crews, and they have invited the local law enforcement and emergency responder agencies who show up every week to these meetings. It's not a public meeting, but I have listened in, and they are having great conversations and pointing out really important things that need to be focused on or that we're already doing surrounding the Pagosa work zone. So that's really nice, and great for the community that they're doing that. We don't always do that on all construction projects. So safety surrounding this project is a huge thing. A reminder to everyone, if you're walking downtown, which we encourage, just follow those pedestrian barriers. Only go where the sidewalks open. There's signs where sidewalks and crosswalks are closed. It's not a good idea to cross there. There could be an open trench where they're repairing utility lines, or there could be a blind spot through the construction zone where traffic can't see you when you cross. So make sure you're not crossing into the construction zone, looking where you're going and following the signs and pedestrian barrier downtown.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
obviously great and something we should all be paying attention to, especially and even just driving downtown, making sure you're in the right lane because we're so used to, you know, traffic patterns and that has
Mhm.
changed. And so you need to be aware that you're turning into the right lane and going down the street in the right lane even.
Yeah, and unfortunately, a lot of the work zone crashes we're seeing are still, factors that lead to these crashes or accidents are drunk drivers, distracted drivers on their cell phone, speeding drivers. So slow down. You should always put your cell phone down. There's a new law out this past year, hands off your phones. Your hands are on your wheels. You cannot pick up your phone when you're driving to take a call, to change the music. So it's especially important on a busy roadway and through a construction zone when there's a lot going on is stay off your cell phone, have that podcast ready to go because you know there might be 15-minute delays. We're advertising that a lot. There's always a possibility of 15-minute delays through downtown Pagosa with this construction.
Okay. So CDOT is getting ready. Well, summer will be upon us soon. And of course, we think that our project downtown is the only project that you're working on, but I know that's not the case because it is all about us. So, but you are working on some other projects. Can you mention those so that we know what else is in our future?
Yeah, the biggest project that's going to begin in early May, so a few weeks from now, is a total resurfacing of the west side of Wolf Creek Pass on US 160. So starting at Treasure Falls, going up Wolf Creek Pass to the summit just before the ski resort, we are going to be tearing up that base layer of road, milling it, and repaving it. Now, I know a lot of you there's pros and cons. We've heard a lot of complaints about the large cracks and potholes, especially on the west side of Wolf Creek Pass. So it is definitely time for a refresh, a smoother drive, a safer drive. So that's one season. So that means they're going to be working on that project all summer. It should be completed by late fall. You'll have fresh new pavement on the west side of Wolf Creek Pass. What does that mean for you? Plan for delays. If you're driving through Pagosa and then over the pass to try to get into an appointment in Denver or Alamosa, plan for 30 minutes, 15 at the Pagosa project, 15-minute delays on Wolf Creek Pass because they will be alternating traffic. We like to do that a lot here. We stop traffic both directions and one direction goes at a time, alternating through. So that means delays. The next project is to the south of you. If you're planning on traveling from Pagosa to Ignacio, we are repaving Colorado Highway 151 between Chimney Rock and Arboles. So that will be another 15-minute delays. Now, this one's a little bit easier to get around. You can take 160, you can avoid Highway 151 if at all possible. The Wolf Creek Pass one, not so avoidable. There's not very many other ways to
Yeah.
go, and Pagosa residents know that. Um,
So when will the 151 project, when is that anticipated to start, Adair?
The 151 project has already been started for a few months now, but
Okay.
they're doing culvert replacements and a few other repairs before they actually begin the paving. The paving is where you'll see long stretches of highway closed, where they're ripping it out and repaving it and alternating traffic. So that paving operation probably won't start for another few weeks, maybe even a month. And
Okay.
where can you get all this great news? Where can, right before you leave your house or the evening before, you can go to cotrip.org. It's a great big beautiful map, and there's a layer to choose. It's construction or future construction, and you can see all the upcoming impacts or current impacts on our highway through Colorado, on our highways through Colorado. So I
Okay.
really encourage everyone, if you're wanting to plan your trip ahead and you're traveling through the state of Colorado, check cotrip.org. Those maps are really helpful. It's real-time information reported by our construction crews, not only our construction crews, but our maintenance plow drivers. They're the ones that tell you when the roads are snowy, icy, closed, open. So the information there is the most current information you'll get about our highway impacts.
Perfect. Well, let's jump on to our weekly rumor of the week. Uh, so I said at the beginning, maybe not a rumor, but here in my hand, I have, we are open for business, and this is soon to be the Met downtown bus route, which will happen this summer, as well as parking lots that have already been identified. And we have been working with private owners to develop these parking lots. We have these cards available here at the Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center for you. You can pick these up, put them in your business, and give them to people. We want to encourage people to park, take the Met, bring it, take them down here, downtown, use it, take it back uptown. You know, we're going to have a brand new Met transportation system center open right on Harmon Park Drive. So let's utilize this service, especially if you are in the hotel industry. give these out to your guests. You can pick them up or call me and I will actually drop them off to you at your business. So we'll just deliver them right to you so you have the proper information. So we have been working on this, and we will have these available also at the Cone Zone meeting on Monday for you to pick up as well and have them in your business. And that means you West Side businesses as well, because if people are coming downtown, they're already downtown and they've found a parking space to get into the businesses. But on the west side, they're going to be looking for this information. So make sure that your business is ready and prepared and has this information for our visitors and even locals to pick it up, because we want them to take the Met system too. So that's kind of my, I'm not sure it's really a rumor, but it's like, you need to be working on this. And guess what? We have been. So we're ready.
Yeah, and here's a little good gossip to spread, or rumor is, um to all the locals out there, to all the workers downtown, let's open up those parking lots and parking spaces for our customers. So I do encourage everyone who's local to Pagosa to park near Walmart, or park near one of the Met stops and travel into work if you can. That way you're opening up more spaces for customers. This is a great thing that the town is doing and the Met is agreeing to do for the community. It's
You bet.
exciting.
You bet. And parking is still available to walk. Mary Fisher Park, Town Park, those are all open. So, as they always are. So, park there, just walk right up that hill to Main Street, cross that crosswalk, and go see some of our businesses. We're there. Adair, thank you again. We appreciate it. Every Friday, we'll see everybody on Monday at the Cone Zone meeting at the community center at 6 o'clock. It is a packed meeting, so please, let's see everybody there. We have lots of information, because again, just because the project has started doesn't mean there is not constant activity and information coming out every week, and that's why we have this show. So thank you again, Adair, for joining us every week. We really appreciate representing CDOT and WW Clyde. So thank you always for the latest information.
Have a great day. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the
Mm.
snow for April. Bye-bye.